Welcome back to Real Life Reviews, and this is quite an exciting little video for me. I've just spent the best part of 3 weeks in Egypt, been travelling around. Training took a bit of a dip, but got some runs in and got some swims in. However, coming towards the end, just down from my hotel, suddenly they start setting up for a triathlon. So it was the Africa Triathlon. Quite difficult. I'll show you some pictures. Pan-Africa Cup, African Triathlon Championships. Basically, it was a big African triathlon with elite athletes, in particular looking to gain points for qualification to Paris 2024. But we also had a para-tri going on. We had some juniors getting experience of sort of competing at that level. I was going to say with the elites, but actually in a different wave, different race. And there were some other age group of the championships as well. Unfortunately, this was on the Friday morning it started, and I was flying out on the Friday afternoon, so I missed the para. But the great thing was that in the build-up to it, I got some really good little bits of footage and interview with some of the participants and their coaches and organisers. So day one, on the Thursday before it started, I spoke to a lovely lady, Beryl, from South Africa, who was part of the WTO overseeing, and boy did she have a tough job. I don't know, Egypt is a wonderful country, but their idea of organisation compared to, say, World Triathlons, I think is very, very different. And the task of just trying to get cyclists to wear a helmet on the pre-ride, on the course inspection ride, yeah, it was a tough call for the WTO people. And you had these, almost a dichotomy, if that's the right word, where you would see the elites on the run with a motorbike with the leader, for example, but the motorbike, the guy riding it wouldn't have a helmet on, which is fine in Egypt. They don't wear helmets. They don't care. But the message that's going out is crazy. So there was an element of organised chaos, which was quite laughable at times, but we are dealing with high-end stuff. So I'm going to fly into it. It's going to be a bit bitty. I apologise for some of the camera bits and the sizing and framing. I didn't take a camera with me. It's my phone, and as it was, so in some bits it's vertical, some bits it's horizontal. Pick the bits out of it. I just found it really interesting, and as I say, I found Beryl from WTO, some Americans that have been over on a training camp, spoke to some of the para athletes. Wow, what were they like? I mean, fantastic. And in particular, a couple of South Africans, a blind athlete and his guide. Dive in. Let's just take a look. I'll flash through it. Spoiler alert, Jameson Riddle smashes it, absolutely smashes it, as perhaps if you looked at the names he would, so well done to Jameson, but also well done to all the athletes there, and how great to see the range, the ability, and actually you got to learn from your mistakes, and Egypt putting this on, the next time they do it, it'll be better, no doubt about it. And if this is going to promote triathlon around the continent of Africa, and these events are going to have to take place in the different countries and not just in South Africa, for example. So without further ado, dive in. So this is Beryl, and I'm coming to the end of my time and a bit of training in Egypt, and I've just come across triathlon. Africa Triathlon happening almost outside my hotel. So this is Beryl, and she's just going to tell us a little bit about it and what it's for, and something about the athletes and her role as well.
Hi everybody, this is Africa Championships, which is in fact for the various age categories. So we start with our elite athletes tomorrow morning, who are all looking for they're trying to earn points so that they can climb the international world rankings to be able to qualify for Paris 2024. So they have a year to go, and we hope that African flags will be included on that start line in Paris in August next year. We also have our Para African Championships, which will take place on Saturday morning. And again, that is the best of the para athletes in Africa. We have the VI, which is your blind categories. We have the standing categories, amputees, either leg or arm, as well as we have 5 wheelchair athletes that again are going to be competing and hopefully will earn points to be able to get to Paris for the Paralympics, which takes place at the beginning of September next year. We have juniors participating here. First of all, it's a good example for them to learn from the older athletes, and also an opportunity for them to compete against one another. So there's athletes from Mauritius, from South Africa, from Kenya, from Ghana, Tonga, all over Africa, all present here, and we really are very excited about the couple of days of racing that lie ahead.
That's awesome, Beryl. Thank you very much. I'm heading now to the start of the elite men for Triathlon Africa in their attempt to gain some qualifying points for representation at the Paris Olympics next year, 2024. It's about a little 10-minute walk from my hotel, from where you've just seen me, where I interviewed Beverly yesterday. And this is actually the run route I've been doing in the mornings. So if I just flick the camera around, there you go, and let you have a little bit of a sight as we are. Excellent. And we've got a couple of the athletes just warming up. The elite ladies go this afternoon. So sadly I'll miss that because I'll be flying home. But yeah, what a lovely morning. The wind has died down a bit. It's still quite blustery, which will make the swim a bit nicer for the men this morning. I suspect it will get up a bit for the ladies this afternoon. But I'll be there. I'll see you at the start in a moment. So coming up now, we've got the first of the junior ladies coming out now, just out of the swim. One of the great things about Triathlon Africa Triathlon, is that they're bringing the juniors here to compete on the same stage as the elites, just to give them a bit of experience, get us a whiff of the atmosphere of competing at this level. So we're here at the swim exit. The junior boys have just gone out, and this is the junior girls coming through. And we're now probably down to about 9th, 10th place. So some good efforts coming in here. Well done to the girls. Okay, we've got the leaders now in the elite junior boys. I think that was 4th place just through. We just missed the first ones. I'm just going to cut across, get a better view. It looks like after a short bike, we've got a front pack on the run almost, that are well ahead of the others. And the next lot coming down, this looks like the next 4, 5, so this looks like 6 to 10. Young lad from Zimbabwe at the back there.
Next up, we come across a lady who spent an awful lot of her life promoting triathlon, particularly in Africa, and also working with the para triathletes. And she was with a couple of guys from South Africa, Jefferson and Heinrich, if my memory serves me right, who just made, I don't want to get this to sound wrong if I say a wonderful couple, but they just seem to be in sync, which I guess really, if you're a guide for a blind athlete, vice versa, you're the blind athlete with a guide, you have to be in sync. Just meet these guys. They're wonderful, fantastic.
Let's start with you, my dear. What's your name and what's your background in triathlon?
Right, I'm Debbie Alexander. I'm from South Africa, and I am the first Vice President of World Triathlon and also African Triathlon, and a past President of Triathlon South Africa. I also serve on the International Paralympic Committee Governing Board.
Fantastic, thank you. Which is what then leads us into these two gentlemen, who I won't insult them by saying they look closer to my age, but they're definitely a little bit older than many of the athletes here today. Just guys, tell us about yourselves, your partnership, what you're looking to achieve and where you are in your sort of road in triathlon at the moment and your aims.
Okay.
Lots of questions there.
I'll start. So Jeff Murdoch. I'm a guide for visually impaired athlete Heinrich Vermark. We are pretty I'm pretty new into the guiding side of triathlon. I started as a guide about a year ago. Heinrich got me off the couch and into triathlon. So yeah, I've been training pretty hard the year. We did SA Champs in March, and yeah, got the invitation to come to Africa Champs. So here we are. We're going to try our best. But yeah, you can talk about our journey, our longer journey, and what you've been up to, Edge.
Yeah, so like Jeff said, my name's Heinrich. This is my 4th year doing triathlons, but the first time I've ever been at Africa Champs. As Jeff said, in December I gave him a call and I said, hey, do you want to get off fat camp and basically start training with me, doing some races. Maybe we go as far as Africa Champs, and then maybe we even go all the way to Commonwealth. So it's Jeff's birthday today, so he can't complain that I don't ever take him anywhere for his birthday. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's for me, it's not just like race victory or whatever that I'm going for. Obviously, we'll do our best and we'll hope to win. But I'm hoping to get some like younger visually impaired people inspired to pick up the sport and get going and whatever. And we're gonna enjoy the weekend, show everybody what it's about, and then see how it goes.
Excellent, guys. Thank you so much. The best of luck tomorrow. And Mom, thank you for everything you've done for triathlon over the years. Thank you all. Cheers.
Next up, it's chatting to a couple of the American athletes and their coach. They've been invited out to a camp, Hurghada way. Interesting. They've had a great time, let me say that. But what they were promised in terms of facilities and availability and the hurdles that you come across in Egypt. So, for example, you can't just go for a bike ride. You have to get permission. You need to be escorted on it. You can't just go on a road in Egypt and go for a cycle. Pretty dangerous anyway. But they had a great time. But as I say, the facilities weren't exactly what was promised. And I think it's fair to say that there were a lot of athletes pulling their hair out about the organisation. But just see what these guys have got to say.
Okay, so I've just bumped into these three guys from the States. They've been over on a bit of a training camp with their coach. And they've been invited to take part in this Triathlon Africa qualifying event, I'm going to call it now, where they're picking up points for Paris 2024. Guys, let me just start with the coach in the middle. Tell us your name and just tell us what you've been doing with these guys over here the last few days.
My name is Keith Kotar, and we've been working at the North Zone African Development Camp. So we spent the last week working with some of the juniors and their coaches and just kind of going through the process, getting them ready for this race. And it's been a lot of fun to work with the other coaches and the athletes.
Brilliant. And what about you guys? So
yeah, well, just this week has mostly been tapering, so race prep, getting ready for this.
So what's your tell us your name and how long have you been over here working?
So my name's Hudson Hamilton. I've been here since last Friday.
Okay, cool, brilliant. And Eli, is it?
Yes, my name's Eli McWard, and yeah, we've just kind of been over here training. We got invited to junior development camps. We've been hanging out with all the athletes. It's been an incredible opportunity just to meet some new athletes, hang out, and just like share knowledge, right? Everyone has different experiences that we can help each other with. And so yeah, I'm super excited. We get to race this race. It won't really count for points for us because we're American and this is their Conti Champs. But I'm super excited just to have the opportunity to get out and rip it tomorrow and watch this kid in his first elite race.
Okay, brilliant. And if I can have, how about a little prediction? Paris 2024 gold medal. Who?
Alex, you.
Christian, you're going Norway. Now, one you might not, excuse me, know as much about. Tomorrow, Kona, the ladies. Who is it?
Taylor Knibb.
Taylor Knibb. Well, after 70.3, who else?
Hard to bet against.
Yeah, who to bet against? Well, I'm a Brit, So I'm going Cat Matthews, Lucy Charles Barkley, but Cat Matthews.
Second and third.
Second and third. Okay, maybe we'll. Yeah, it would be a good podium, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
good
you.
luck later on when you start the race, and I hope you've had a great time in Africa. Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
So after quite a bit of delay, we now shoot to the elites and their start, and I'm just going to montage together little bits and pieces of the race.
So this is us now, the elite men. They've just had their swim brief, if you can call it a swim brief, and they're now leading their way into the water. So we'll just try and scan round. I'll do my best not to drop my phone in the sea, although we know that when the tide goes out, this will be solid ground. Not the greatest of pictures into the sun, but we don't have much choice here. It looks like everyone's grouping towards the far end. And we're waiting for the technology of, I think, a whistle to just let them go off. And that's it, that's the elite men. We'll just watch them for a moment and then we'll catch up with them as they get out of the water.
Allez Jawad! Allez!
Was that Keith? Was that him?
Swim exit leaders of the elite men. Riddle, South Africa. Pretty much predicted. Well done, guys. Well done. 3 and 4 coming through. It's quite shallow here. Lots of dolphin dives, trying to work out the most efficient way of getting out of this shallow water. It's been shallow for quite a while. 3rd and 4th, well done. So the next 3 coming out now. Good effort, guys. 5 in front. Awesome, buddy. 5 in front of this group. So this is third and 4th at the turnaround. This is 5th at the moment. In 5th, minute and a half to next. Great stuff, guys. Well done, Hudson. 40 seconds to next. 40 seconds. Still together. Well done, guys.
Let's go!
That's 1 and 2 in the men's elite. Little still leading. Fifth place coming through on the change. Another local athlete coming in 6th, onto the run in 6th. That's 7, 8, 9. 10 and 11. Okay, this looks like it's Jameson Riddle coming through, the leader again on his 2nd lap. Don't want to speak too soon, but Jameson, well done, mate. You've got it. Keep going, Jameson. You've got it. Good lad. Well done, fellas. Well done. Well done, guys. Well done. Top stuff. Keep going. Well done, fella. Keep going. Keep going. Great effort. Great effort. Awesome, Jameson, you've got it. Try and enjoy the last 800. Well done, fella. Well done.
I really hope you enjoyed that little insight. If you did, please give it a like, give it that thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, well, click on the little round picture just down there, and a few other videos. We've got our Coup race bike up there. In the other corner, we've got some aero testing on the Coup, and down there, we've got one of our Living with Humango videos, AI coaching. Thank you for watching.